Good morning, students. Today we are going to read a new chapter, chapter number 4 in Honey Dew, and the name of the chapter is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. So, students, as the name indicates, lapse of memory. So, we are going to read about Bipin Chaudhary's lapse of memory. And while reading this chapter, we are going to inculcate two Dalmia core values among the students. One is happiness and the other is sense of humor. How, in a humorous way, as well as in a little bit, you can call it nervous way, how the author tells about Bipin Chaudhary's lapse of memory. So, students, back to our chapter, Bipin Chaudhary's lapse of memory. So, students, the writer of this story is Satyajit Ray. You may heard the name because it's this name is related with films also. So Satyajit Ray was an Indian filmmaker, screenwriter, music composer, graphic artist, lyricist, and author. So many qualities you can see one person is having. He was born in Kolkata into a Bengali family which was prominent in the field of arts and literature. So this is about the writer. Now comes Bipin Chaudhary. Bipin Chaudhary was a regular visitor at Kali Charan's bookshop in the New Market. Means one bookshop was there and Bipin Chaudhary had uh, he was very fond of reading books. So he used to take books, new books, which was related to thrill, suspense. So he used to go to Kalicharan's bookshop where he used to buy new books over there. That day, however, he had a strange feeling. Strange means which is very odd, which is not in common. That someone was observing him closely. He found that some person is there and he's continuously watching me. He's observing me. He turned round only to see a meek-looking person. Meek means he was little bit personality. He was having a personality of the person. He was thin and slim, and he was looking at Bipin Chaudhary. So, and the person break into smile. He was smiling also. Why he was smiling? Meek is quiet and humble person. He was very quiet and humble. So meek means quiet and humble person looking into a smile. And when Bipin Chaudhary was looking at that person, he was giving a smile. The man seemed much surprised that Bipin Babu had not recognized him. See, whenever we know any person and we just give a smile to the other person, the other also responds with a smile only. But here, what happened? When that person was smiling, Bipin Chaudhary was looking at him strangely, as if he doesn't know that person. So he told Bipin Babu that he had been with him for a week. We both were, we spent the time within a week we spent together, and now when he visited Ranchi in 1958. Now that other person is telling, why don't you remember me? We spent a lot of time, we spent a week together when you visited Ranchi in 1958. Obviously, Vipin thought that the man who called himself Parimal Ghosh was mistaken. He had never been to Ranchi because students we know clearly, we remember clearly when we were child that is a different thing. But when the person is grown up, he must be knowing the places where he had been gone. So now Bipin Babu little bit confused and he thought that might be the other person. He has got some mistake. I had never been to Ranchi. He told him so, but Ghosh looked at him in disbelief. Disbelief means not believing. So Bipin Chaudhary told that person, Mr. Ghosh, that no, I never visited Ranchi. So how could you know me? No, we have not spent a time together. You have mistaken. But that person doesn't want to take it. Ghosh laughed aloud. He laughed loudly. He narrated the incidents of his Ranchi journey in detail. Now the other fellow is telling all the incidents. We went there, we did this, all these things he is just reminding him. He told Chaudhary how he had injured his knee in Hudru. Hudru is the name of the place, Hudru Fall. So he's telling, see, why don't you remember you got an injury on your knee when we were on Hudru? It was Ghosh who had come to his help then. And that time, Mr. Ghosh is telling that at that time I came there and I helped you. Why don't you remember all those things? Students, sometimes what happens, the other when we are grown up persons, we mostly know the places, the works which we have done, we never forget it. So the other person is telling that we met in Ranchi in 1958 and we spent a week together. And you remember that you got injured, your knee was injured, you got an injury on your knee, and at that time I helped you. So he is giving examples, so many examples that we were in Ranchi. But Mr. Bipin Babu is just telling, no, no, you have got mistaken. I never went to Ranchi. So one Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee was also in Ranchi at that time. Ghosh was sure that Chaudhary knew him. Now he's giving one more example. You see, Dinesh Mukherjee was also, that time he was also in Ranchi. So maybe Dinesh Mukherjee might be knowing that Bipin Chaudhary has gone to Ranchi. He may help him. So students, now Bipin Chaudhary is little bit uneasy. Why? Because he got confused. This fellow is telling that we met, we remained together, and we had seen all these things, and I never went to Ranchi. How this fellow is telling all these things? What is happening to me? What has happened to my mind? What has happened to my memory? So Chaudhary had stayed in a hired bungalow while Mukherjee remained with his sister. Mukherjee was there with his sister. He even reminded Chaudhary that he always carried a bag with his books on his sightseeing trip. So he also told this thing also, whenever you used to go to see or to visit any place, you always took a bag of books. Now Vipin Babu asked Ghosh which month it was. Now he's asking that person, can you tell me about the month? In which month I went there? October, replied Ghosh. At this, Bipin Babu said that in October 1958, he was with his friend at Kanpur. He was not there. How can he just agree on this point? Because he was in Kanpur at that time. And how can this fellow tell this that we met in this one, Ranchi, and we stayed together? All this rubbish. So Mr. Bipin Babu was really getting afraid and little bit confused. Ghosh didn't give in. He told Bipin Babu how he had one day spoken about his lonely life. Now, still that person is going on telling, why don't you remember, Bipin Babu? See, you told me about your lonely life. Lonely means without any person, remaining alone. So Bipin Babu had then spoken about his dead wife, that you told me about your wife that she's no more, and the only brother who died insane. Insane means who has totally lost his mind, memory. Now Bipin Babu felt that while he stepped out, Ghosh was still looking at him in disbelief. Now every person, they are telling that you were in Ranchi, and they are telling some incident also to prove that Bipin Babu has visited Ranchi. But why I am not remembering those things? What is happening to me? Have I lost my memory? So that fellow Bipin Babu is little bit afraid. Because when, see students, it happens with us also. If 10 of the students are and 10 of your friends are telling that no, we went there, and see, you played with us and you did this and you got this, and you don't remember, I went there, I don't remember. So you get little bit frightened, you get afraid. What is happening in my memory? Have I forgotten? So the same case was with Bipin Babu also. What is happening? Everyone is telling about the incident that I have done this, I went there, and I got some injury. I don't remember all these things. Bipin Babu asked his driver Sitaram to drive by the Ganga. He regretted having paid any heed to Ghosh, yet the incident haunted his mind. Although he accepted that no, I never went there when Mr. Ghosh was telling all these things, but still haunted means it was it was disturbing him. It was making him frightened. It was going on and on in his mind. So Bipin Babu thought that maybe I should go to their place, that place. Maybe I'll remember all those things when I reach there. The man knew a great deal about him. For the first time, a slight doubt assailed his mind. Assail means coming. Assailed, assail means coming in his mind. So, was his losing his mind? Now, this thing was urging in his mind. Was he losing in his mind? But he remembered well that he was at Kanpur. But now, no, it can't happen. I was in Kanpur. So suddenly he thought of writing to Haridas Bagchi, his host at Kanpur. Means when he was in Kanpur, he stayed there. So then he remembered that Haridas had left for Japan a few weeks before. Now he remembered that now Haridas is not here. He went to Japan a few weeks before only. So Bipin Babu rolled up his trousers and took a look at his right knee. There was a cut mark. Still, he was having a cut mark. That means injury mark on his right knee. Was difficult to remember when he had got it. Then he thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. Ghosh had said that Dinesh was in. So now Dinesh was at that time with him. So now the only hope was Dinesh. Bipin Babu felt much better when he was home. After dinner, he lost himself in a new office. The incident came back to him again. See, students, if something which is just going on in your mind, you cannot sit restfully. Some restlessness will go in your mind. So in the office also, Bipin Babu is just going on with that thing only. So just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh. To his surprise, Dinesh confirmed what Ghosh has said. Now the last hope is also gone. Even the Dinesh is telling that yes, you went to Ranchi. Vipin Babu slammed the receiver. Slam means to put forcefully the receiver down. He had lost his appetite. Appetite means the hunger. Bhook lagna. He did not take his lunch. Mr. Mukherjee had only added to the worries. Now he's telling why I had phoned Mr. Mukherjee because he has added the worries. Bipin Babu had been in that firm for 25 years. He was working in that firm for 25 years. For the first time, he was feeling sick. Means he never felt sick. So he could not continue working. His head was in a whirl. Whirl means going on, up and down. He was having headache. He came home. It was only 2:30. At 7:30, there was a visitor named Chunni Babu. Now one new person came there, Chunni Babu. Bipin Babu knew why Chuninal had come. They were at school together. They were school friends. Now Chuninal was having a rough time. Means he was not having any kind of job. He was suffering lack of money. He wanted Bipin Babu's help about a job. So he was continuously coming to Bipin Babu, please help me, please get me a job. Bipin Babu knew he could not do anything and told him so. Bipin Babu didn't give him any kind of job and he told him also, see, I cannot help you. Please don't tell me again and again for job. Yet Chunilal came pressing. So at first he sent word that he could not meet Chunilal for a few weeks. Then remembering something, he hurriedly down to see him. He went down. Who? Bipin Babu went down and he asked him. He asked Chunilal if he remembered his going to Ranchi in 1958. Now this was the last hope. Of course, Chunilal did. See, He looked at Vipin Babu's face with concern. Concern means to have some feeling about that person. How could a man with so sharp a memory forget it? Now he is complaining. Yes, Vipin Babu, how can you forget? You are having such a sharp memory. Still, you forgot this? How could a man with so sharp a memory forget it? Chunilal had himself been at the railway station to see him off. Now Chunilal is telling, I went there to see off you. He expressed great concern about Vipin Babu's health. Now he's telling Vipin Babu, something is wrong with your health. You're not feeling well. Vipin Babu said that it must be the hard work. He told Chunilal that he would consult a specialist. Vipin Babu went to Paresh Chandra, Dr. Paresh Chandra, and put his problem before him. The doctor was puzzled. He told him that his was an unusual case because I have never heard such type of case in my life. He remembered everything except his trip to Ranchi. Yet he was somehow convinced of having been there, so the doctor suggested that he should go to Ranchi now. Now the doctor told him that, see, Vipin Babu, honestly telling, I have not come with such type of case in my life experience. So one thing you can do, you can go and himself, you can go and visit that place. The sight of the place might remind him of the trip. Acting upon his doctor's advice, Vipin Babu went to Ranchi. The railway station of Ranchi itself, he felt certain things. It was that he had never been there. Still, when he was there, see, students, if the person has gone to that place, you will remember that place at once. But Vipin Babu is telling, if I had come to this place, then why don't I remember this place? He went round the city and heard the same feelings. He decided to try a trip to Gudru also. So he went there also. At 5 o'clock the same afternoon, two Gujarati gentlemen found him. He was lying unconscious beside a boulder in Kudu. Now, what happened, students? When he was there, so remembering all these things, he got a certain headache and he fell down. He became unconscious. So the two Gujarati gentlemen took him to the hospital. On regaining consciousness, his first words were, I am finished, there is no hope left. Telling, oh God, I am finished. I have totally lost my memory and there is no hope for me. Next morning, he was back in Calcutta. He was a shattered man. Why? Because he was shattered means to break into pieces. He wondered if he was going to end up in a xylem. Xylem means where the mad people, those who have lost their memory, they go there. So now he is telling, yes, I have to remain my life in the xylem. He rang up Dr. Chandra and asked him to come over. That day he went to bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. Now his head was still going up and down, so he put an ice cube over his head. Then he received an envelope. He went through the letter at once. It was from Chunilal. He got an envelope letter and see, students, what was written in it. Chunilal has sent that envelope. In his letter, Chunilal had first expressed his bitterness for getting no help from Bipin Babu. Bitterness means he was feeling very bad, having bad feelings. So he told that he's Bipin Babu, I was in bad time. I was undergoing a bad time. I was not having any kind of job. I was suffering from due to lack of money, and you didn't help me. That made me very sad. Then he frankly told Bipin Babu that his memory was all right, that nothing is there in your memory. It was his plan in retribution against his unfeeling behavior. So then he told Vipin Chaudhary how he had played a practical joke upon him. This he did with the help of Mr. Ghosh and Dinesh. So students, now it was all clear to Bipin Babu that he had not really lost his memory, and it was the whole plan which was planned by Chunilal and Mukherjee and Dinesh. They both helped him in his plan. When Dr. Chandra came, Bipin Babu told a lie. He said that he had remembered everything on reaching Ranchi railway station. He said that he had called him for a painkiller. He had the pain in the hip due to a fall in Ranchi. So students, you can see all this thing was planned by Mr. Chundilal. And why he planned? He wanted to take a revenge. He wanted to take a revenge because Bipin Babu, he always denied him, he always refused him for any kind of job. So that's why to take revenge, he has planned all these things. Students, this is rather we enjoyed it. It was in a humorous way also, but playing pranks on others, if it is bringing any kind of physical harm, that is not good. Yes, we should not harm any person's feelings. We should not joke on our seniors just to harm them. No, it's not good. So the moral of the story is we should not play any pranks or any jokes to our seniors which make them physically harmed. So students, this was about the chapter. I hope you enjoyed the chapter. We will meet in our next class. Till then, stay fit, stay healthy, and goodbye. Thank you.